Stevedores assembled in front of their Port of Belize workplace, but while they were not working, they did not call their action a strike. That is because in order for them to declare a strike, they would have had to give P.B.L a 21-day notice of strike action. Earlier in the morning, the police removed a bicycle that belonged to one of the stevedores from in front of the gate where it was locked, and it created a moment of unease. But the matter was quickly diffused. The stevedores were outside their workplace, insisting that the Prime Minister meet with them today. C.W.U. President Leonora Flowers explained why they had assembled in front of the compound.
The gentlemen have come out because there has been some talk of the port sending out stevedores to work or sending the BDF or the police. So the gang members are not too pleased with that information, so we're out there. But more than all, we're trying to say to the government, look, it is time for us to get back around the table, provide what you're going to provide so we can accept, so we can move on. We've also gotten an offer, informal or unofficially, that the Prime Minister will meet with us on Monday. Now we are saying to the Prime Minister and his government, Monday is way too long. If this is really important, if it is as important to the country as you say it is, Monday is way too long.
The stevedores want to return to the table with the Prime Minister to discuss an initial figure of $4.9 million as compensation for their loss of wages when bulk sugar was relocated to Big Creek for export instead of the Port of Belize Limited.
I won't put a figure on it until we discuss then, because they wanted to put a figure on it, but tied to other things. We don't want it tied to anything else. Don't tie it to the CBA. Don't negotiate the CBA through the sugar money. Please don't do that to us. That is what we have rejected.
Port CEO Arturo Vasquez called the media into the compound to explain Port of Belize's side of the dispute.
Mr. Middleton in particular came and he asked us that he wants to work in good faith today. He told us that. We didn't ask for it. He said we will work in good faith, and in return he has agreed with the Prime Minister that he will meet on Monday with him. I was not aware of that, so I actually called the Prime Minister on the phone, and on that telephone call, Mr. Middleton and the Prime Minister agreed that they will work today in good faith, and in return, he will meet with them on Monday. That's where we were. We were prepared to come back to work. Walks in the President, and she says that was never the agreement. And that's where everything fell apart here, guys.
Vasquez said there are significant losses involved, with at least a couple ships turning back.
Since Friday, we have been having this problem where no boats are being worked on. We have been trying to solve this problem with the C.W.U. We have written them emails on Friday, on Saturday, and yesterday. We have never had a response to it. The email is basically asking the C.W.U. to tell us what their position is, as to whether it's a position by the C.W.U. or it's a position by the current gang. We never got a response.
But during the lunch hour, Flowers met with Deputy Prime Minister Cordel Hyde and returned this afternoon with news to the stevedores that they accepted.
Not happy as yet, but pleased to report that there's been a breakthrough. We returned to work, the ship, at 6.
Tomorrow?
The gang is going in this evening.
Okay.
And then we have accepted that the PM meets with us on Monday morning.
What's the breakthrough?
The breakthrough is that we were able to have a discussion with the Deputy Prime Minister, and he kind of impressed upon the team and the stevedores that let's give peace a chance. We kind of bend over back a little bit more, and he will try and work with us.
But what assurances were given? The stevedores left saying they're returning to work. He must have said something that they agreed with.
No, I won't disclose anything else. I wouldn't say that he did. He didn't go overboard. He indicated that he's going to try his very best to get the stevedores what is rightfully theirs and what we have been trying to get for a while. That much I can say.
Commissioner of Police Chester Williams was also on the ground to ensure that the peace was being kept while the stevedores made their displeasure known.
I just came to get a briefing from Mr. Greenwich, who I have tasked to be on the ground since yesterday, as well as to get an appreciation of what is taking place on the ground. The police are just here to ensure that law and order is maintained. We don't ascribe to confrontational style of policing, But we do understand that the port have a responsibility to the Belizean people, and there are people who are depending on their cargo to come out of the port.
Those cargo ships are now being offloaded, while others are being prepared with export goods. Reporting for News 5, I'm Marion Ali.